people we lost today in the FC were serving their country no less than people in Afghanistan or Iraq. These people we lost today were patriots.
The FBI urgently investigating the massacre at Washington's Navy Yard, trying to uncover new information about the gunman. Authorities saying no piece of information is too small. Right now, here's what we know about the dead suspect, 34-year-old Aaron Alexis. The feds confirming his identity through fingerprints found at the shooting scene. Alexis worked as an aviation electrician. He was a civilian contractor from Fort Worth, Texas. Sources say he was armed with a semi-automatic AR-15 rifle, a shotgun, and a handgun. ABC6 reporter Ben Garbrick is monitoring the feeds, gathering the latest on the FBI investigation. Ben, what have you learned?
Well, the press conference just wrapped up less than 30 minutes ago. The D.C. police chief says there's no evidence at this point of a second shooter. The people killed are all civilians between the ages of 46 and 73. Now, the FBI is also saying the shooter had a valid pass to get inside Navy Yard. This is the man police say is the shooter, 34-year-old Aaron Alexis from Fort Worth, Texas. He's a former Navy reservist that's been working as a military contractor. He was discharged from the Navy after a, quote, pattern of misconduct. Friends say he's complained about his job and how he's underpaid. But some close to him have a hard time picturing the practicing Buddhist being responsible for this.
I would never have believed this until it happened. It would never have ever have crossed my mind that he would be capable of something like that.
Navy Yard is home to some of the top naval personnel. Witnesses say it was a typical Monday morning before the shooting started.
We heard a very loud pop, which couldn't have been more than, we estimated, about 100 feet away.
Witnesses say the gunman shot through walls. One officer saw the man he was talking with shot in the head. Just a few miles away, President Obama is offering his condolences.
They're patriots, and they know the dangers of serving abroad, but today they face the unimaginable violence that they wouldn't have expected here at home.
8 people were also injured. Fortunately, none of their injuries are considered serious at this point. At this point, police have not figured out what Alexis' motive may have been. Live in the newsroom, I'm Ben Garbrick, ABC6 News.
Thank you, Ben. ABC6 will continue to monitor developments out of the nation's capital. And coming up at 11:15, a live report from D.C. Stay with ABC6 for continuing coverage, both in our broadcasts and online at abc6onyourside.com.
And breaking news right now, a man on rollerblades fights for his life tonight after being hit by a car. It happened on Sinclair Road at Freeway Drive. ABC 6 News reporter Adam Arrow is live at the scene with new information tonight. Adam?
And Yolanda, accident investigators just wrapped up their investigation, at least on scene anyway. They say this investigation remains ongoing. The accident happening right in the area that we've lit up here on the road. Now, what we do know right now is that this accident happened around 8:15 this evening. Now, police say the victim in this case is an adult male who was rollerblading down Sinclair when he was hit. That man was taken to Riverside Hospital in what police call life-threatening condition. The driver of the car that hit him did stop and is being questioned. Investigators say it is too early to say if drugs or alcohol are factors in this crash or what, if any, charges that driver may face. Now, back out here live, so many questions we're trying to get answers to, including the identity of the victim in this case, as well as the driver. And we will have updates for you as early as tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. on Good Day Columbus, right here on ABC6. Until then, reporting live in Northeast Columbus tonight, Adam Arrow, ABC6 News.
Thank you, Adam. New at 11, 2 Ohio corrections officers are on paid leave tonight after a report reveals they falsified an electronic log documenting checks on an inmate who committed suicide. Billy Slagle was found dead in his cell just days before his scheduled execution last month. The Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections says one of the officers did not conduct rounds as required for that unit. Slagle's suicide is still under investigation.
New information now. 3 men are facing murder charges after a man was found shot to death in his burning home. The victim found this morning on Hempwood Drive in North Columbus. Detectives have charged John Brewster, Jamel Preston, and Marshawn Sowards with the murder of 56-year-old Rick Runblad. Marijuana plants found in the home actually helped police in the investigation. The officers found a gun and some pot during a traffic stop early this morning.
I'm not saying we would have never made the connection, but we would have made it this quickly.
A suspect already in custody from that traffic stop led police to their suspects. New tonight, funeral arrangements have been made for a beloved high school teacher who was left for dead in a hit and run. Two cyclists found Robert Lennon on Sunday in a ditch along Miller Paul and Robbins Road in Delaware County. ABC6's Tara Morgan is live at St. Francis de Sales High School with the 911 call. Tara?
Bob, we've learned tonight that a mass will be held here at the high school Thursday morning. Still no arrests in this case. They're still looking for that car. Now, a fellow cyclist spotted some clues that led her to that gut-wrenching scene. She was overcome by emotion in the 911 call. The 911 call that may have felt like an eternity lasts 5 minutes.
We saw a pair of sunglasses on the road, and we were going to stop and pick them up, and we looked over, and there's a bike in the weeds.
Each second more heartbreaking than the last.
There's a dead cyclist on the side of the road.
The cyclist, St. Francis de Sales High School science teacher and cross-country coach Robert Lennon. Ohio State Patrol believes Lennon stopped to eat a power bar when he was hit.
Someone killed him and rode off.
Investigators are looking for a dark charcoal-colored car with heavy front damage and shattered windshield.
His helmet, I just picked up a piece of his helmet.
Pieces to a puzzle yet to be solved. Students and fellow teachers clutched rosaries and cradled heads in their hands in prayer.
Pray for us. Pray for Mr. Lennon. Pray for his family.
Family will receive friends at St. Matthias Catholic Church Wednesday with a mass here at the high school Thursday. In North Columbus, Tara Morgan, ABC6 News.
Thank you, Tara. Also new at 11, an alert for parents tonight. There's a new internet craze forcing schools to warn students. It's called SlapCam, and many say it goes too far. ABC6 reporter Adam Arrow shows us why.
You don't see it coming. And for those who make SlapCam videos, that's the joke.
It's mainly just like on Instagram and Vine and YouTube.
We talked with several teens and parents in Hilliard about this new internet craze.
And they don't really understand how much it can actually hurt somebody in the end.
Cody Gates is an assistant middle school soccer coach. He says it's bullying, plain and simple.
If I see anything about it, I'm putting it down because it's unacceptable.
How a SlapCam works is simple. One person films, another person slaps someone who isn't looking. There are tens of thousands of these videos online, some even taking place in schools. 8th grader Carmen Rife says it happened to one of her friends.
She started crying, like making my best friend cry, that hurts. And it's like, how can someone do that to them?
And schools are taking note. A Kent High School suspended a student after they made a SlapCam video on school property. Their principal even took to social media to send out a warning.
It can obviously hurt somebody, like it does physically, but it can emotionally, and it's bullying, so it needs to stop, obviously.
In Hilliard, Adam Arrow, ABC6 News.
Well, right now, a squirrel is to blame for a power outage for the second time in a week. Now, the lights came back on earlier tonight, but if you look at the AEP website right now, some new outages are reported, but we don't know if these have anything to do with the squirrel incident earlier. Now, this latest squirrel to blame outage happened at the exact same substation on Sawmill Road near Bethel. At the height of the outage, some 10,000 customers were without power.
5 Columbus firefighters were honored with National Heroism Awards today. These firefighters all to be featured in Firehouse magazine. One of the awards went to Peter Boland for rescuing a drowning man from the Scioto River.
It was nothing that you are prepared for. It's just something you gotta just rely on your instinct and your training, and you know, it's like I said, sometimes you just throw the rule book away and do what you gotta do. So.
3 of the firefighters got an award for rescuing 2 men who were dangling in a collapsed building in downtown Columbus. Another story we reported on. So congratulations to them. They get their pictures in the magazine, $100 gift certificate, and of course the national praise of their coworkers.
And they look really sharp today, getting those awards.
Do.
All right, another sharp-looking guy is
Well,
our
thank
chief
you.
meteorologist, Bill Kelly.
I try. Like, right back at you, too, for sure. I'll tell you what, let's talk about what's going on out there. It's going to be a chilly evening tonight. Good evening, everyone. We are already into the 50s in most spots, 57 in Columbus, 56 in Dublin. You guys in Delaware, Mount Vernon there in Knox County, you're knocking on the door of the 40s already, and we still have, another 8 hours until the sun comes up tomorrow morning, so we're going to continue to cool things off. Winds are out of the northeast up to, some of the windier spots, 12 miles per hour. So it's not a windy night, but your wind chimes may be playing a little bit of music for you. And as we look across the area, it is nice and clear. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to say 42 to 47. It's going to be another chilly start. Patchy fog is possible. I don't expect widespread fog at all. But either way, it is going to be a cool start for the day. So those kiddos out at the bus stop forecast, man, let them have a coat for sure. They're going to want it. You know they are. Although some kids go around in shorts and T-shirts when it's snowing outside. I don't get it. But anyway, it's going to be a chilly start. And then we're going to warm things up probably into the mid to low 70s tomorrow. We'll have full information on that for you in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Code of bus drivers texting while driving. Coming up all new at 11. The national movement coming to Columbus that will put the city's bus drivers to the test.
Plus, less than 24 hours after winning the crown, Miss America has to brush off critics. At 11, the message she has for people who say she isn't American enough. But first,
I don't see any sign that he's going to do that. I mean, asking me, I don't think that he's going to do it.
We're continuing to follow the latest developments in Washington, D.C. Coming up, new details about the suspected gunman and what he was doing at D.C.'s Navy Yard.